Good evening, all of you. So we are discussing about the applications of the inductive effect. So far, we completed the reactivity of carbocations, carbon ions under the reactivity of intermediates. Second one, the reactivity of alkyl halides. And in the last class, the reactivity of carbonyl compounds completed. Now, the reactivity number 4. The reactivity means application of inductive number 4. Fourth application of inductive effect. Reactivity of alcohols. Reactivity of alcohols. What is the reactivity of alcohols? The things we need to discuss on today's class. Okay, right. Generally see the alcohols are represented with the structure ROH. The R may be alkyl group or aryl group. If it is alkyl group, then that is called as alcohol. If it is aryl group, that is called as phenols. That is called as phenols. Right. This is the functional group present in the alcohols. Whenever you see the OH at the terminal position, which is directly bound to the carbon, then that is considered as alcohol, the functional group present in the alcohols. Right, see here. Simply, I can write a example for alcohol is methanol, methyl alcohol, methyl alcohol. Now see here, we know that oxygen is more electronegative atom, and this oxygen is flanked between the carbon and hydrogen. Then the bond between the carbon and oxygen and the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen are generally said to be polar bonds. Generally said to be polar bonds. So due to the existence of these two types of bonds, generally the following, the possible cleavages in the alcohol are, the possible cleavages takes place in the alcohol are shown in the follows. One is the cleavage between the oxygen and hydrogen. The cleavage between the oxygen and hydrogen. And the second one is the cleavage between the carbon and hydrogen. The cleavage between the carbon and oxygen. Sorry, carbon and oxygen. Carbon and oxygen. Depending on the conditions in alcohols, the bond cleavage may take place in between the oxygen and hydrogen, or the bond cleavage taking place between the carbon and oxygen. That is depending on the required conditions. That is depending on the required conditions. Before going to that, we have to get some details about the reactivity. We have to get some data about the reactivity, means under which conditions the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen is more reactive, under which conditions the bond between the carbon and oxygen is more reactive, etc. Right? For the purpose, first I need to give the classification of alcohols. classification of alcohols. Based on the alkyl group present in the alcohols, these are classified into three types. These are classified into three types. So you may aware of that: primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and tertiary alcohols. If I write the primary alcohol, for example, see R CH2OH or CH2OH, it is a primary alcohol. Or CH or CHR OH, secondary alcohol. Or CH, sorry, R OH, it is a tertiary alcohol. Primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohols. These are the classification of the alcohols. So in the primary alcohol, one alkyl group is there. In the secondaries, two alkyl groups are there. In the tertiary, three alkyl groups are present. Now we need to check the reactivity of the cleavage of the OH bond as well as the cleavage of the CO bond. Cleavage of the CO bond, right? For that purpose, I will write the structure in details. Right. R CH OH primary, then R CH O secondary, R C O H. So primary, secondary, tertiary. Now see, first coming to the primary alcohol. In the primary alcohol, oxygen have a tendency to gain electrons from the hydrogen. Gain electrons from the hydrogen, right? And have a tendency to gain electron from the carbon also, because R is a electron releasing group. R is electron releasing group, right? But see here, in case of the primary alcohol, oxygen is receiving electrons from the hydrogen as well as the from the electron releasing group. From the electron releasing group. But in this case, oxygen receives have a tendency to gain more electron from the hydrogen. More electron from the hydrogen. For example, see here, from hydrogen, there is a possibility of gaining electron is 75%. 75% of the electrons gained from the oxygen, and the remaining is from the methyl group, right? In this case, coming to the secondary here, same history here. Now what happens? Here the oxygen again have a tendency to gain electrons from the hydrogen, but when compared to the primary heat, when compared to the primary, in the case of the secondary, oxygen is not gaining that much of electrons what it is gaining in the primary case. Primary case. The reason for that is, in the secondary alcohol, it contains two electron releasing groups. Two electron releasing groups which dominates the effect of the hydrogen. Which dominates the effect of the hydrogen means the presence of the two electron releasing groups suppress the electrons which are coming from the oxygen. Therefore, here what happens? Now oxygen is receiving, oxygen have a tendency to gain electron from the hydrogen is decreased to 50%, whereas it is 75% in the case 1. The reason is due to the presence of the two electron releasing groups which release electrons to oxygen. Which releases electrons to oxygen, right? Now see, and finally, in the case of the tertiary alcohols, here the tendency of electrons gained by the oxygen from hydrogen still decreases because it contains 3 plus inductive effect, means three electron releasing groups on carbon. It pulls the electron, means it gives electrons, as well as the three alkyl groups releases electrons to oxygen. Therefore now hydrogen effect will be less, means the tendency of oxygen gaining electron from hydrogen is decreases. For example, in this case only 25% of the electrons are gaining from the hydrogen by oxygen. Now see here, in the first case oxygen receiving more electron from the hydrogen, and the last case oxygen receiving less electron from the hydrogen. So then automatically what happens here, from here to here, in this case more the more charge separation more charge separation takes place in between the oxygen and hydrogen, because once hydrogen is providing more number of electrons, it is getting the greater positive charge, and oxygen is getting the greater negative charge. Therefore the difference between these two is very heavy, very heavy. Therefore, what happens here? The charge separation will be more. The charge separation will be more. Whereas in the case of the tertiary, the charge separation, CS, means the charge separation will be decreases or less. The charge separation in the case of the third case, tertiary alcohols, is less, because now the hydrogen providing slight electrons to the oxygen. Therefore, the charge separation is very less, small positive charge and small negative charge, less small charge separation. Therefore, from primary to tertiary, the charge separation between the oxygen and hydrogen is decreasing. The charge separation between the oxygen and hydrogen is decreasing. Once charge separation decreases, polarity decreases. Once polarity decreases, reactivity decreases. Once polarity decreases, reactivity decreases. Right. So now I can write reactivity order. Reactivity order for OH cleavage. OH cleavage. Now tell me, in which case the bond between the hydrogen and oxygen will be cleaved readily? Because in the primary, due to the greater charge difference between the oxygen and hydrogen, it readily cleaves. Therefore, primary, secondary, and tertiary. The cleavage of oxygen and the hydrogen bond will be more reactive in case of the primary alcohols, less in case of the tertiary alcohols. Less in the case of the tertiary alcohols. Right. This is about the reactivity of OH cleavage. Reactivity of OH cleavage, primary is more reactive. And coming to the CO cleavage. Coming to the CO cleavage. Now see here what happens. Now this electron, means carbon is providing slight electrons to the oxygen in the first case, somewhat better, and more electrons in case of the tertiary alcohol. In case of the tertiary alcohol, the source of electron is more, because 1, 2, 3, electron releasing groups are there. Therefore, carbon having a tendency to provide more electrons to the oxygen. Once carbon providing more electrons to the oxygen, here again the charge separation is more. Charge separation between the carbon oxygen is more in the case of the tertiary. Whereas the charge separation between the carbon and oxygen is less for the CO cleavage. That is reverse. Because here more electrons are transferring from the hydrogen. In the tertiary case, more electrons are transferring from carbon to oxygen, right? So therefore, Now I can write the reactivity order for CH cleavage. Reactivity for order. Reactivity order for this carbon hydrogen, sorry. Carbon oxygen cleavage. Carbon oxygen cleavage. Which is more reactive? Tertiary is more reactive. Tertiary is more reactive because in this case carbon is donating more number of electrons to the oxygen. The electron density at the oxygen is more. Oxygen electron excess, carbon is electron deficient, then the charge separation will be more. You can easily break the bond. Therefore, it is more reactive. Tertiary followed by the secondary and primary. In this case, the source of means only one electron releasing group is there. Therefore, carbon cannot contribute more number of electrons. Therefore, charge separation will be less. Therefore, it takes some time for the cleavage of the carbon oxygen bond and the primary and the primary. So while we discussing about the reactivity of alcohols, we have two issues. The reactivity for OH cleavage, the reactivity of for CO cleavage. So this is the order for the OH cleavage and this is the order for the CO cleavage. CO cleavage, right? Okay. Next. Next. Right. Now, in which cases? First, we will go one by one. Just now we discussed that cleavage of OH is possible and as well as the cleavage of CO bond will be possible. These two issues are there. Now, under which conditions the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen cleaves? Under which conditions the bond between the carbon and oxygen of alcohol cleavage takes place? Now we will discuss the reactions in which OH bond cleaves as well as the reactions in which CO bond cleavages. First, I will go with reactions involving cleavage of OH bond. Cleavage of OH bond means in which type of reactions the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen will be cleaved. First one, acidic nature of alcohols. Acidic nature of alcohols. In that case, the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen will be cleaved. The second one, esterification. Third one, acylation. Fourth one, tosylation reaction. All are the reactions. Reaction. Yes, tosylation reaction. Next, brocylation reactions. Next, methylation reactions. And finally, triflation reactions. These are the reactions which involves the bond between the oxygen and hydrogen of alcohol cleavage takes place. Right? Okay. First one. First one, acidic nature of alcohols. Acidic nature of alcohols is the first one, the first thing, right? Okay. We know that alcohol, alcohol. Now we are discussing about acidic nature of alcohol. So when alcohol comes in contact with a base, when alcohol comes in contact with a base, then automatically what happens? This alcohol loses H plus ion to proton to base, loses H plus ion of the proton to base, then it releases RO minus. It releases RO minus. This RO minus is generally called as conjugated base. Conjugated base. So then this is called as the conjugated acid and respect to the conjugated base. The conjugated acid, the conjugated base. So this is a pair, conjugated acid base pair, in which the difference between these two is 1H plus ion. The difference between these two is 1H plus ion. Now see here the acidic nature. The acidic nature of conjugated acid depends on the stability of conjugated base. It depends on the stability of conjugated base. Acidic nature of alcohols, acidic nature of conjugated acid or alcohol depends on the stability of conjugated base. If conjugated base is more stable, then this is more acidic in nature. If it is less stable, then it is less acidic in nature, right? Because if the conjugated base is more stable, because means any substance which is gaining the stability, then automatically undergoes the chemical change. Automatically undergoes chemical change. Means, for example, here, once it is loses H plus ions readily, then it is getting the stable product, readily loses H plus ions. If any substance readily loses H plus ions, means that is obviously conjugated acid. Sorry, strong acid. Sorry. Now see here, how to identify the stability of the conjugated base, because the acidic nature of this compound depends on the stability of the conjugated base, right? Then the statement we have written. Now, how this will be stabilized? How this will be stabilized? When it is said to be stable, if the negative charge will be neutralized. If the negative charge will be neutralized. For example, see here, RO. Case 1, if R is electron releasing group, if R is electron releasing group, then what happens here? R donates electrons to the oxygen. Already electrons are present on the oxygen. Then again the R group providing electrons means it is destabilizes. It is destabilizes. We know that charged species are less stable than the neutral, right? Case 2. If R is electron withdrawing group, if R is electron withdrawing group, then it withdraws electron from the oxygen. It withdraws electron from the oxygen. Then what happens here? The negative charge will be neutralized, because once the R receives the electron, negative charge will be dispersed. The negative charge will be dispersed, and it is said to be stabilized. And it is said to be stabilized. So I can write a statement, right? The stability of conjugated base, the stability of conjugated base is directly proportional to strength of either electron withdrawing group or electron releasing group. Strength of electron withdrawing group. If the strength of electron withdrawing group is more, the stability of conjugated base is more. Similarly, the stability of conjugated base is electron withdrawing groups minus inductive effect. That's it. Electron withdrawing group is minus inductive effect. Similarly, the strength of electron releasing group. So inversely proportional to strength of the electron releasing group plus inductive effect. Strength of electron releasing group, that is nothing but the plus inductive effect. So the stability of conjugated base is directly proportional to the strength of the electron withdrawing group, inversely proportional to the strength of the electron releasing group, right? Now I can write. Now I can write what? Right. Now what happens? Acidic nature of the conjugated acid depends on the stability of conjugated base. Now from this statement, acidic nature of alcohols is directly proportional to acidic nature of alcohols is directly proportional to strength of electron withdrawing group, because acidic nature of the alcohols depends on the stability of the conjugated base, right? The stability of conjugated base is directly proportional to minus I, inversely proportional to plus I. So I can make the statement equal to this, equal to similarly strength of the minus inductive effect. So the presence of electron withdrawing group makes the alcohol more acidic. The presence of electron releasing group makes the alcohols less acidic. Right? We will discuss some examples. Okay. Right. For example, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol, all are the primary alcohols. Now arrange these alcohols in the increasing order of the acidity. Arrange these alcohols in the increasing order of the acidity. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Which is more acidic first? Now see here, plus inductive effect, right? Okay. We know that the plus inductive effect decreases the acidity. But see here what happens, all of the electron releasing groups, but acidity of the alcohol, acidic nature of alcohol is inversely proportional to the strength of electron releasing group. Now we are moving from the left to right. What happens? Strength of electron releasing group increases, because methyl, ethyl, propyl, it can donate, for example, 2 electrons. It can donate 4 electrons. It can donate 6 electrons. The strength of electron releasing group increases. Once strength of the electron releasing group increases, what happens? Acidic nature decreases. Because why? Because acidic nature is inversely proportional to the strength of plus inductive effect. Acidic nature is inversely proportional to the strength of plus inductive effect. Now arrange these compounds in the increasing order of their acidity. Now which is less acidic? The first one is the less acidic, then second one, and sorry. The first one is the more acidic, second one, then third one is the less acidic. Third one is the less acidic, right? Okay. So all of the inductive effects, all of the electron releasing groups, but strength is more in the case of the third one. Therefore, that is less acidic. Next. One more example. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2OH, butanol, butyl alcohol or butanol, CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2OH. Sorry. CH3, CH2, OH. Right. Next. CH3, CH2, CH3, OH. CH3, C, CH3, CH3, OH. All are the alcohols. Among all of these alcohols, which is more acidic in nature, are arrange the following alcohols in the decreasing order of their acidic nature. Decreasing order of their acidic nature. Right. Now see here. CH2OH. It is a primary alcohol. Again, CH2OH. It is also a primary alcohol. R, two R's are there. Therefore, it is a secondary alcohols. And three R groups are there. Therefore, it is tertiary alcohols. Right. We know that all alkyl groups are considered as plus inductive effect, means electron releasing groups. All alkyl groups, maybe primary, secondary, or the tertiary, all can be considered as. And in that, tertiary is strong electron releasing group because it contains 3 electron releasing groups. Then the secondary, and the primary is the least, means weak electron releasing group, because primary having the only one alkyl group. Therefore, so this classification is already given for the plus inductive effect and the minus inductive effect. The tertiary is the strong electron releasing group, secondary, and the primary. But what happens in the first and second case? These two are the primary alcohols. Then go for the second case. The carbon 2 is also a primary alcohol. Primary case. In this case, it is the secondary case. The primary, secondary. So therefore, it is given the first rank. So means it is weak electron releasing group. Than this. Among all this, strong electron releasing group. Now see here. Top to bottom, what happens? Strength of inductive effect increases. Because the tertiary is strong electron releasing group, followed by the primary, and leastly followed by secondary, and the least electron releasing group is the primary. Among these two, it is the least. because the second carbon is also a primary carbon, whereas in this case, the second carbon is the secondary carbon. Secondary carbon. It is more electron releasing group than this. It is more electron releasing group than this. Therefore, it is weak. It is weak. From top to bottom, the inductive effect, the strength of inductive effect increases. Therefore, acidic nature decreases. Acidic nature decreases. Acidic nature decreases. So you can write the order of the increasing acidic nature. So now tell me which is the strong acid among all the four. The first one is the strong acid, followed by the second one, followed by the third one, followed by the fourth one, followed by the fourth one. So like this, we can give the priorities in the acidity for alcohols. For alcohols. So this is the first case under the cleavage of the OH, means in which case is the OH bond will be cleaved. So we'll continue with the next cases. So we'll see, catch you later. Right. Thank you. Good night.